Hello everyone, Randy here again. We're playing Farming Simulator 15 on Oklahoma. And since last episode, we've sold a ton of wheat. And we're start harvesting the barley here on this field. Make sure we have enabled straw swath. I'm not sure we'll actually be able to buy the equipment to do anything with straw yet, but we're going to hopefully be at least somewhat close to doing so. So we'll enable the straw here. For now, I have stopped selling wheat. We'll show you folks the price of wheat here in a moment. Let me get this truck out of the way. We got the Kenworth selling oats now, which we harvested off of field 1 there. Okay, and this is field 3. Let's load up the course for this a moment. Make sure we put you back on the right mode. And drive the course. And then he's going to get stuck again because the other combine's down at the other side of the field here. We're just going with the easy combine setup this time. One combine at each end of the field. And apparently the planter must have ran out. Oh, you know what? Let's switch this to enable straw as well. Yeah, apparently the planter must have ran out there. That's why this end piece is missing being planted. That's kind of what I was talking about there last episode. The planter will run out and just keep on going. Not doing anything. Like a normal hired worker, once it runs out, it'll run out of whatever it has. And then it'll just charge extra to continue planting. For some reason, and like I said, I think I got a mod that's causing this. My hired workers will run out and keep on going while doing nothing. Really annoying. Anyway. Let's see, we don't really need that screen. Let's go to truck. You should be all set there. One slight disadvantage of this, with this setup, the truck is going to be having to be run back and forth between both combines. So it might be a little bit slower. That is one distinct advantage of running both combines side by side. Either using Courseplay, which is probably a little bit better to use, or the hireable tools mod. So this might be a little bit less efficient this way because, like I said, the truck's going to have to run back and forth. Might not be able to keep up. Actually, I'm quite sure it won't be able to keep up. So anyway, let's hop over to... Yes, the John Deere. We're going to start planting field 1 here. And before we do that, show you folks the price tag on wheat here. All this extra stuff, by the way, is because I have Pleasant Valley Rivers map in, so most of the stuff doesn't actually do anything on this map. I probably should actually change mod folders here so I don't actually have all this extra stuff showing up. Most maps won't cause this to happen, but for some reason Pleasant Valley Rivers does. And they do recommend, by the way, that you actually run Pleasant Valley in separate mod folders. I'm currently not doing so. So anyway, yes, folks, wheat price. Actually, I think it's gone up a little bit. I think it was down to like 160 at the Farmers Co-op, that is anyway. But yeah, we're still down to $180, folks. $180. I mean, we murdered the wheat price there. Just killed it. What I did, I pretty much just set both trucks going with Courseplay. I pretty much walked away, left my computer run for... I think my computer probably ran for a good 2-3 hours, maybe 4 hours, something like that. 2 to 4 hours, somewhere in there. Both trucks just going constantly, selling wheat. If I known it dropped this far, I probably would have stopped them earlier. I didn't realize the price had tanked this much. So yeah, we probably lost a bit of money there because the price went down so far. But oh well, got to sell it sometimes. So, and it doesn't make us any money just sitting there. Yeah, we're currently at nearly $500,000 from selling roughly 2.4 million, no, 1.4 million oats, wheat. Yes, wheat. Get the right thing here. Harvesting, selling oats now at the moment. From the wheat we sold, 1.4 million wheat. And let's see, what shall we plant in this field here? Excellent question. And I probably have to be careful here because I bet you some of the Pleasant Valley Rivers crops are going to show up. And if I try to plant them, that's probably going to be a problem. Let's actually look at the price tags here, just to see what kind of prices we have for some stuff. Okay, so barley is actually pretty... Whoa, canola is pretty good price. Maybe we should do some canola. That might not be bad. Let's see, we got oats and rye. That's livestock, though. We don't have any... Whoa, $30,000 for a horse. Okay, wow. That probably doesn't necessarily mean we make that much off of a horse. I mean, we'll have to see once. I know I've been told horses make good money, but I'll be surprised if they actually pay that much. We'll find out. Anyway, it looks like canola is definitely the winner at the moment. So let's do some canola. So one moment while we quickly try to go through the crops here. Canola, there we go. So yeah, like I mentioned before, folks, really liking this tractor. Like I said, been looking for a good John Deere 8R series tractor for a while. So far, this has definitely been meeting my qualifications. Nice looking, got a nice interior, which I could probably put the steering wheel down if I wanted to, but interior looks good. Does have IC control. Not that that particularly interests me because I don't typically do a whole lot with IC control. I know some people really like the IC controls for doors and windows and whatever else not it all does. And like I said, folks, was trying to save up for field 6 there from the wheat we got. Probably still plan on doing that yet. Want to try to pick up field 6 when we can. At the moment, we're definitely a little bit ways away from that. And we could definitely use to get some equipment too. So, might change my mind yet. We'll see once. Hate to do that because, like I said, all that wheat we harvested off of field 6, I want to put towards buying field 6. And I know a couple people said I should start harvesting some of the other fields as well. We might do that. We'll see once. I know like fields 4 and 5 down there would be nice to pick up those fields too. Actually, if we check, we might be able to afford one of those 2 fields. Considering the field prices on this map aren't too outrageous, we might actually be able to afford them. And no, I have not looked at what the field price of 13 is yet. I might have to drive up there one of these times just to see what it is. Anyway, folks, we'll see if we can read a couple comments here in a moment. And also watch where I'm going here, apparently, too. As far as I know, by the way, you can actually drive through all the trees there. Which is actually kind of nice for hired workers. Same thing for the fences. I don't think you can drive through all the fences. Seems like I have ran into 1 or 2 of them that have stopped me. But a lot of the fences, it seems like you can drive through them. Again, that is nice for the hired workers. Just my opinion here. Adds a nice bit of detail to the map without getting in the way of hired workers. Which is kind of nice. Anyway, like I said, folks, let's get to the comments here. Drop it, something like that. Says he likes it. Thank you. Let's see. Mike was asking, can you download this for an iPad? No. On the video he's commented on, I'm pretty sure he means Farming Simulator 15 here and all the mods and stuff. No, you cannot download Farming Simulator 15 for the iPad. You can get Farming Simulator 16. That is the mobile version. iPads, phones, tablets, etc. But no, 15 is PC and Xbox, PlayStation only. And I suppose I probably should say PC, Mac, PlayStation, Xbox only. Or actually, you know what? I think there are actually a couple other devices it supports as well. But for the most part, that is what Farming Simulator 15 goes on. Like I said, I think there might be a couple other devices. I don't remember off the top of my head again. But anyway. Garrett was asking which version of Drive Control is on the server. I am actually not sure. I'd actually have to look and check, but hopefully it's the latest one. Pro Farms was saying, epic video. Keep up the epic work. Thank you very much for that. Tiffany was saying, you need the Crone truck and the trailer pack. It's practically 4 trailers with a man truck. I don't think I've seen that particular pack. Oh, Eric had an interesting one here. Imagine how long it would take you to spray field 6 with that sprayer. And by that sprayer, he means that little 3-point hookup one we have. The one that we have behind our 4020 tractor. For those of you who have not seen that, that's just the in-game sprayer. Yes, I hate to think how long it would take. Like I said, folks, that's why I want to get one of the self-propelled ones, 40-meter wide booms. And that'll definitely make the job a whole lot quicker. Eric was also saying, I think you should hold off on buying Field 6 and get some animals. Maybe, like I said, maybe we should do that. We'll have to see once about that. Like I said, I know my initial plan was to get Field 6, but we are a little bit of a ways away from that yet. Alicia was saying, hey, this is a good video. Thank you very much for that. Tom was saying, nice video. Thank you very much for that as well. Devin was asking, where do you get the Case Seed Drill mod? That is off of American Eagle Modding. And just a reminder again, for those of you looking for the mods I do have a mod list in the description of my video. And I'm aware most, or not, I shouldn't say most, I'm aware some of the mod links don't work. At the time I downloaded the mods, folks, though, that is where I downloaded them from. If the link does not work, you should be able to just type in the name into Google and it should find it for you. Shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, it looks like our soybeans are ready to harvest as well. Oh, speaking of harvesting, maybe we should check up on our combines, make sure they're actually working yet. Never know with them hired workers, right? Whoa, okay. Let's, okay. Yes, I know what's going on here. Well, actually, we'll leave it on 2 for the moment. Forgot all about that, folks. Let's make sure we shut that off, that's for sure. Good thing we went over here and checked, that's for sure. I guess it won't be the end of the world. We just have to go back and he'd have to do every other one again. Okay, let's check and see the other combine. He is good. He is not doing what the other one's doing. He's not skipping a row. So yeah, we got this combine set to skip a row, so hopefully he'll get the bits he missed. And I'll have to try to remember here in another couple of minutes. We'll have to check on him again. And turn him back to 1 so he doesn't skip any rows. The planter here reminds me, too, I do want to pick up a larger planter at some point as well. Even though this is a fairly good-sized planter. Was it 12? Yeah, 12 meters. Which, you know, pretty good-sized planter. This map definitely warrants a larger one, in my opinion. Nickel was saying, I think you have to enable straw before you start harvesting with coarse play. Delcom says he thought that was the same thing as well. Need to enable the straw before you start coarse play. I thought about that, folks, except for the message I got very specifically said that was not supported crop types. So maybe I had to enable it before, I'm not sure, but the message I got, and hopefully folks seen that on the screen there, was pretty specific when it said that it was not supported crop types. So we'll have to see once. Maybe next time I'll have to try to remember to either use a normal hired worker, see what the normal hired worker does, and or make sure I enable the straw swath before we start coarse play. See if that makes a difference. Because like I said, folks, oats normally produce straw. Are supposed to in real life. Supposed to in the game too, at least from all the oats I've ever harvested in the game. They typically always produce straw. But yeah, for some reason last episode I did not want to enable it. And like I said, the message there was pretty specific, saying it was not supported. So that's why I didn't bother trying to do anything different about that. Combine that with the fact, too, I had barley planted, so I'm pretty sure we'll have enough straw off of field 3 there to last a very, very long time. Danielle was saying when you get the cows, you should get the placeable milk trigger so you can buy a milk trailer and sell your own milk. And he also says, awesome video, by the way. Thank you very much for that. That would be an interesting idea to sell our own milk. Have to see what's about that. And now that he says that, that's probably actually something I should check. Seeing as how I have Pleasant Valley Rivers in the mod folder here. Like I said, I'm not using separate mod folders, and I probably should be. I wonder if that map actually comes with a stop milk sale mod. Possibly it does. I'll have to check that. So we might not actually even be able to have the milk automatically being sold. Samuel was saying you should harvest field 13 next, and he also says don't think you should mess around with animals on this map. Yes, field 13, for those of you who know what number that is. Top field there. I think field 6 is big. Yeah, 13 looks like it's maybe 1.5 times bigger. Just looking at it, I'm guessing here. Clayton was saying you could possibly put the combines at different ends of the field to help with unloading and the problems with running course play. Kind of like what I'm doing now. Yes, you could do that. Like I said, the only issue I see with that is it might be a little bit inefficient for the unloading truck there, because he's going to have to run back and forth between both combines. Whereas when they're both running in a line somewhat close to each other, they'll both be somewhat close to each other. It doesn't take the truck as long to get to each combine. But yeah, like you seen last episode there, folks, it does create a problem with if the other combine gets too close, the truck cannot unload the first combine. Also, you probably wouldn't be able to do that with course play, by the way. You would have to use a hired worker on opposite ends of the field. You can't use, well, maybe if you folks can get it to be set upright, you might be able to use course play on each end of the field. But if you're going to use course play, you do have to, at least to make it easy anyway, from the same side of the field. I don't know that you could actually set it up to run from opposite ends of the field. I guess it's possible. Not sure how that would work, but I guess it is possible. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, folks, it should be possible. You just would have to create different courses. You won't be able to use the same course. Because obviously, if you use the same course, you put the combine at the other end of the field, it's going to think it's done. Oh, comment from Ruben. Please help. Not a whole lot to go on there, so I'm not sure what to tell you. Maybe check with a doctor? I do like that every now and then. I do get a comment like that from somebody saying, please help. It's like, you need to provide more information than that. Can't help you if you don't say, so. Oh, Mike was also saying you should put combine in each end of the field. Ruben left a second comment here. Okay. When you're at the office where you buy the fields, and you have the map in front of you, how do you buy a field? Problem is I do not have enough money. It kind of sounds like you answered your own question there. If you do not have enough money, and he's talking about the gift of the Caucasus map here, pretty much you go to the real estate office. This is the same thing on Pleasant Valley Rivers, by the way. You go to the real estate office. You go up to the little dancing icon there. It should bring up the map. Click on any field or factory or whatever you want to buy. As long as you have enough money, it will let you put an offer in for it. And then you pretty much wait for the offer to come back. And at least in my experience so far, it typically comes back about double what the initial price is. So you probably want to cancel it. Put another offer in, at least if it'll let you anyway. Or the next time it lets you put an offer in, put another offer in for whatever you want to buy. And hopefully the second or third time, however many times it takes, it will come back with a reasonable offer. Like I said, in my experience, at least on the gift of the Caucasus map anyway, it seems like every time we went to buy something, it came back with at least double the initial asking price. So just cancel that and put another offer in, and hopefully they'll come back with a little more reasonable offer there. Okay, we're almost out of seeds here, too. Have to see what's about bringing the truck over. Mark was asking, where do you get the Oklahoma map at? That is also off of American Eagle Modding. Good source there, by the way, for you folks looking for American-style mods. Another mod you folks probably see me use a lot, that's the John Deere 4440. That also comes off of American Eagle Modding. And folks, looks like that's all the comments for the moment. So let's check on our combine again here. See what he is up to. Yes, let's unhire him here just a moment. Put you back down to 1. And rehire. Looks like we checked up on him pretty much just in time here. Okay, I detect a slight problem here. Not a problem yet, but anybody know what the problem is? Yes. If the truck is not on the field and he's in automatic search mode, he will not be able to find the combine. In order for the unloading vehicle to find the combine in automatic search mode, they both have to be on the same field. So in this case, field 3, both the combine and the truck need to be on field 3. And yeah, for some reason he was off of it there. Not sure why, but one thing I did notice, this tractor apparently does not get dirty. Neither does the planter. Apparently we have used both the tractor and the planter quite a bit here. And as you can see, it's still spot free. No dirt or nothing on it. Whoa, buddy. And you might want to get them arms looked at. They look a little detached there. Just saying. I don't think it'll let me put the steering wheel down if I'm moving. Stop here a moment. Put the steering wheel down. Oh. Just gotta be patient there, I guess. Don't click it too quick. No, that's still... I was thinking maybe that would fix his arms, but his arms still look like they're kind of broken. That looks a bit uncomfortable there, if you ask me. Oh, and we're just about ready to run out of seed, too, here. We'll have to bring the truck down. Almost. See, we're going to make it to the end. Nope, definitely won't make it to the end. We got a ways to go to make it to the end yet. Okay, let's grab our supply truck. Nope, that's not a supply truck. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go back to this. What is the price of this again? It was what? 1.2? Yes, 1.2 million. Okay. So we're definitely not quite halfway there to 1.2 million yet. And I'll probably have to wait a bit for the price of wheat to go back up. Once it goes back up, we can definitely continue selling wheat again. And this should last the rest of the field here once we fill the planter up. Shouldn't have to refill it again. And while that's filling, let's just take a look at the mods here a moment. Let's see, I want to look at balers actually, seeing as how we have the straw. Ooh, a Massey Ferguson. Don't know if I've used that one before. Not exactly sure where that one came from either. Got a John Deere 690. We also got a Krone. Looks like an older Krone baler. I'm not sure if that's round or square. Gotta be square from the looks of it. I can't quite tell from the picture. Might just maybe check out that Massey Ferguson there. That would be, looks like a square baler. And then, actually, you know, let's go back to baling technology. I know one of these is an auto-loading wagon. Not sure if that Aguas Tenuous one does or not. Pretty sure the Cat flatbed does, but well, actually, I guess I do have a truck. Oh, yes, the Flygels. Pretty sure these Flygels, yeah, automatically. Okay. I knew I had a couple of automatic loading wagons. So maybe if we get the Flygels, that would be pretty easy to pick up the bales. Yes, that kind of sounds like a plan there to me, folks. Maybe we'll pick up the Massey Ferguson there. And one of the Flygel trailers here. Maybe look at doing that next episode. And we can bale up that straw there we have on field 3. And then actually we'll have to look at doing some grass as well, now that I think about it. Not actually sure of a grass field on this map. I know we have some non-grass grass fields. Folks know what I mean. They're alfalfa and I think it's a clover. So those two crop types should work. Anyway, folks, looking at time, looks like it's time to wrap up the episode. So with that, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.